happy Saturday.
That don't know where to look in the camera.
Right. Or whatever day you happen to be joining us. We're glad you're here. So, welcome
We
back.
are glad you're here.
Yes. We're back.
Still working.
We're glad you're back. And today it's always exciting to hear about our fabulous Soul Tribe viewer friends' past lives. With your birthmarks.
It is.
You know,
especially for them.
Yeah. But speaking of that, if you have a birthmark or, a spiritual question like that, well, first of all, if it's a birthmark, you want to make sure that when you leave a comment, if you'd like for Vera to answer about your past life, make sure you describe a little bit about it.
Yeah. Just don't say, I have a birthmark.
Exactly.
Or I have a birthmark in the back of my neck. Okay.
Yeah. Because the more that you describe about it, then the more that you pick up about it.
Yeah,
right?
because otherwise it's like a needle in the haystack, and it takes a little bit longer, so I just kind of don't go to those.
Yeah, because some of them, they're so fascinating.
Yeah.
The placement and the shape.
Yes,
and then
it makes a difference.
you just pick up on the past life that you've had. It picks up on that for you. So the more information, the better. And also, when you leave a comment, just so as you know, it's kind of the luck of the draw because we get so many questions.
Yes.
So if you need an answer immediately, or if you would like a full reading on that answer, just go to our website and know that it's going to be a paid service there, however. But that's where you're going to get a lot more information. Here on YouTube, it's like a little taste of your past life.
A taste of
Yes.
honey.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I always think of songs when we talk.
Yes.
Okay.
Aloha to you too, Roxanne.
Hi, Nana Rosebud and Roxanne
Yeah. So,
and the Warriors for
Yes.
sure.
yes. Hi, all the way from the U.S. to you.
Yeah.
So yeah, just know that here, when you leave your comments also, there's just so many questions that it might take a while. And your question might not get answered because there's just so many.
Right. But there's always services if you want. There's letter questions that aren't not as expensive as a reading.
Exactly.
So you can do stuff that way. But just realize letter questions are for specific questions. You're not going to get a reading.
Right. Because that happens sometimes. Tell me about my life.
Yep, that's it. It's like,
come on, Vera. What do you say?
Hi, Sophia. Yeah.
But yeah, so you can find that information down below. There's our website, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe. We appreciate it.
There you go.
Okay, so Vera, do we want to jump in to our fabulous questions today?
Yes.
All right. So we have a really great question about a birthmark. Speaking of birthmarks, from one of our friends. Let's come and find it now. Here on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah.
You want me to go ahead and just read it?
Sure enough.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're ready.
I thought you were saying ready for me. I hope you guys are ready.
Yes. So Adele is asking, I was brought here after listening to Dr. Jim Tucker's research on birthmarks and birth abnormalities. I have a large and oddly shaped birthmark covering most of my inner calf on my right leg. I broke this leg twice. That's interesting. Once at 9 and once at 15. At the age of 9, a section of a wall fell on me and I was wheelchair bound for a few months. At the age of 15, I just did a Charlie Chaplin jump and broke it at the same spot.
What is a Charlie Chaplin jump?
I don't know, but I want to
I know.
Google it now. But she broke it in the same spot. I can't help but wonder if the breaking of the leg in the region of the birthmark had something to do with resolving past life trauma.
Yes. Okay, Adele. What I picked up for you was that you were an up-and-coming athlete runner. You were very good at running. You loved to run. He's had several past lives, or I should say, that she was a runner of some type. Yeah. it's going to be interesting. She'll probably say, I cannot run for my life in this life. And that happens too. So, so the very first time that you went to a qualifying race to go to the Olympics, and I didn't get that it was like current, like 19, I got like 1800s. Oh, so wow. I don't know if Olympics were around in 1800s, but I know they had them always in Greece. Mm-hmm. But when it became international is what I meant. So I don't know when that happened. But you won your first qualifying race. And the thing that was so much more powerful about that was there was a seasoned star. He ran every race and won every single race and every single qualifying, every meet he ever went to. He was always first place. Well, here comes Adele, and actually kind of stumbled at the beginning of the race and was in the back of the pack, and you went all the way to the front of the pack.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting the chills.
I know. And you, won by 3 feet.
Oh,
it wasn't even close.
Yeah. So he in that past life blew the champion out of the water.
Blew the champion out of the water, and everybody was wanting you. Coaches wanted to coach you.
Oh, that's awesome.
You were getting so much press, so you were really excited about training for the Olympics because you qualified, right? So you would train like early in the morning when it was dark and nobody else was out. And you kept doing this. You trained every day. Sometimes you trained twice a day, nighttime and daytime. But it seemed like you liked doing stuff in the dark, when nobody else was around.
It sounds very peaceful, actually.
Yeah.
Can concentrate on what he's doing.
So one morning, there was a group of men that accosted you.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was a group of men that accosted you, and they beat you to almost death. I mean, you got a whooping. Oh, but the last thing that they did, one of them went back to you.
Oh, no.
And I don't know it was like they put their foot on your leg and just pulled the other way. Oh. Not, contra indicated or however you say it.
Right.
Yeah, so broke your leg. Horribly broke your leg. And so the doctors were telling you that you'll never walk again. You're lucky to walk again. So, of course, you were never going to run again.
Right, right.
So, not in your mind.
Now, who did this to him? This group of men?
Yeah, well, I'll get to that.
Oh, gotcha.
You know the story. Yeah. So, you thought, nope, I am going to train like I'm an athlete. I know I'm going to walk again. And then when you started walking, you're going, I know I'm going to jog again. I'll at least jog. And then you started jogging. And then you started saying, I'm running again.
Oh my gosh,
and you started running again.
That is amazing.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't without pain and, what athletes go through, right?
Yeah.
But you had this injury. So the people that finally got caught for doing that was the entourage of the guy that was number one. Or his people or his camp, or I don't know what you call it. So, but they got caught.
They did.
Oh, yeah.
Good. So did the champion know too? Did he get punished as well?
No, he didn't.
Oh, he didn't know.
But he did know.
He knew, but he didn't know. This kind of reminds me of an ice skater.
Yeah.
Right.
They didn't give him up, in other words, the guys. So, yeah. So you qualified for another race. And it was not for the Olympics. It was just to see if you could run and win a state championship or something.
Yeah, like a qualifying.
To go to nationals and with all that. So you did that.
Wow.
Yeah, and people were like going, oh, this is a miracle. This is like, he's superhuman kind of thing. And then you ran the race. You won it.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
And then you collapsed.
Oh, man.
So the injury was re-injured. So it kind of like re-broke, or it did something to where it was like you knew at that particular moment, I'm not going to run again.
He knew that was
Yeah,
it.
that was it.
He did it. But look at what he did. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
You know what's
Yeah,
really
that's
cool?
what gives you chilly willies.
Didn't even think about it until after you're talking about it. And it's like, that is so fascinating that they broke their life. I mean, they broke their life. In this life, they broke their leg twice. In the same area. Spot.
Yeah.
And that's what, like we were just talking about, the more information that you have.
Well, I don't know if it's the exact area, but it was close enough.
Right. But I mean, in this life, that's what they were saying, that they broke their leg in the same spot.
Exactly. But that didn't stop you, because you got to where you were walking again. You at least were able to kind of walk fast instead of jog. So you still got to stay healthy and fit. But you started teaching kids how to run. So that was like your total life, and that's what led you to what your true purpose was. Oh. You know, you would think it was to be a runner, but it was to help and inspire the kids, because they all knew about him. God, I'm getting chills all over the place. Yeah.
I love that story. It just shows what's important in life. I mean, we are important, but it's like we have this bigger mission too. A lot of times we don't realize.
And it leads up to it. So your reason for wanting to remember that birthmark is to get up, to keep trying no matter what the circumstances.
Wow.
Yeah. And miracles happen every day. And also now that you know that happened, you can release that trauma. It's been there, done that. You don't have to keep breaking your leg in this lifetime. Done. Yeah. You know what it's about, and then you don't have to go through it again.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't you find it fascinating? I'm wondering if their experience of breaking their leg twice in this life was some memory that happened, or if they actually charted it so that they remember this.
Yeah, interesting, huh?
On a soul level, to be able to keep going no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's part of your
information.
Spiritual DNA too. She is not a quitter.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's just really amazing to come to this moment right now.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
Yep.
Hello,
So you go, Adele.
Yes. What a great story.
Hi, Neat Weaver.
That is super cool.
Now, Effie wants to know if you have your angels in Sylvia Brown's books.
Yes, I do. I have them.
We have a celebrity right here.
And likewise. But yes, I do have them in a few of her books, and one of them is the angel book. So, yes, I can't wait till because we have so much more new art that I've created while we've been together. I can't wait for us to have a book. We're working on it, actually.
Yes, we are.
So that's coming. Lots of hearts, and love that togetherness in our community here.
Yeah, because
very cool.
Our essence, our subconscious mind will not let us give up if that's what our constitution is, and we believe it.
Exactly. That's what it's all about.
She believed that she was going to run again, or he in a past life. Yeah.
It's so fascinating because in that past life, he knew that he was going to run again. But then once it broke for the second time, he knew, okay, that experience is over.
He just knew. Yeah.
That's so interesting, isn't it? It just gives me the chills, because it's just a great example of how we know our chart.
Plus, he wouldn't let people help him up. Oh God, I got chills again. You, Adele, said, I'm going to get up on my own. Yeah.
Wow.
But then you had to have help to walk.
Yeah.
But you got up on your own. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. What an amazing story of strength.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, that's really cool.
Okay.
All right. So next we are going to be talking a little bit about the other side, and specifically what life is like on the other side in between our lives, because we have an evening with Angus. It's right here. Coming up October 6th, I believe, right?
I believe so. I don't know. I just know I'll be there.
Yeah. And so what's amazing about this topic is that it just gives us so much extra information about our soul.
Exactly.
And also what we can utilize while we're in life right now. And so we kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some of the different places and things that we do on the other side for what resonates to us. And then, of course, when you come to the evening with Angus, you find out more information about your specific soul journey regarding this really cool topic.
Yeah.
So we have some friends that are joining us down here.
I just wanted to read what
okay.
somebody said.
Okay. So we wanted to start off because we were talking this morning, Vera, about the Healing Lab.
Right.
And the Healing Lab is a place on the other side. But what's so amazing about this, it's going to be very individual for every single one of us.
Yes, exactly.
What's been consistent for you in your Healing Lab?
Consistent is the same bed.
The same.
But it's kind of like a massage table. It's not a bed, but it looks different every time. It just depends on, I guess, what I'm going in there for.
Right. And it just depends on what you love. And I wanted to share an experience about my Healing Lab.
Go ahead.
So I remembered it from, it was when I was working at the office, and I was so freaking exhausted, and I had to get up really early the next morning, and we had a huge 8-hour class that I was going to have to go teach. And I was just so tired, and in the middle of my astral projection, soul travel, when we're sleeping, we can do that. I remember I was singing like angelic almost, so I knew it was on the other side. And I was walking through this amazing, beautiful church it was dimly lit, and it had all this blue stained glass. It was like what would be comforting to me, what would really fill up my soul. And I went into this almost like an inner chamber, and it had that, what you just said. It was like a tall bed, like a massage table bed. And I was laying
because you can have it any way you want it. It could be a chair, it could be a reclining chair, it could be whatever you want.
But I find it interesting. We never talked about this before.
Yeah.
And that's what...
Yeah. Because usually I like my grandmother's bed that I have on there.
See? You can have anything.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, and I remember the next thing I knew, I was laying on that, and there was this really loving soul, and he was working on me. He was doing something. And I remember him saying, it's time to come back, or go back. And I didn't want to. I'm like, no, I don't want to. And then I zipped back really fast, and then I was awake, like very awake, and I was at the office, because I used to sleep at the office. And I felt so amazing, as drained as I was the night before.
because it does help you a lot.
And it was just a great example that I could share during that class that day, but now, of how it can really rejuvenate us when we really need it. And also that you can do that when you're going to sleep at night. You can ask or even visualize yourself to go to your Healing Lab. But the reason I bring it up is because some of us, in between our lives, when we're on the other side, we work in the Healing Lab. So that's something that if we resonate to holistic healing, different modalities of healing when we're in a life, or even different physicians, different doctors, that might be what you do on the other side in between your lives, is working in different people's Healing Labs. Now, another example of something that we would do on the other side would be the Hall of Records. And what's really cool about the Hall of Records, as I'm sure you would know because you spend a lot of time there, researching all of our records of people that you're helping, the people that you're going to be doing a reading for that day.
Right.
You're going to the Hall of Records.
A lot of people think that Angus gives me the answers. And no, that's not. He does in trance. But I try not to bother him, because it's like I want it to be about you guys, and I don't want it to be about, like, am I going to get married tomorrow, or, stuff like that. It's like, I don't know, I just don't do it. So.
Well, he's a master teacher.
Right.
And so he has this amazing information. So this is another example of a job that we might have on the other side, is you could be a master teacher on the other side, and that's what you're doing in life, is learning difficult lessons to be able to impart them to humanity through infusion or through a psychic,
right.
or directly to your charge, or during dream time when your charge would be the entity like us who's in life. And then we travel home at night, and you might communicate with them, so that when they come back in the morning and they wake up and they're in bed, they're going to have, it's going to be inside here, and it's going to seep through throughout the day,
of
that
course.
information that you might have helped with them with. So so the Hall of Records is, it's that place that has all of our life charts, and that is where we might go to research, like, let's say, how past lives of a particular person or ourselves that we're trying to work through, how it's affecting us now. So entities on the other side work at these Hall of Records, and they research to do exactly what we were just talking about, as well as bring that information to the Hall of Wisdom. That's another place that we might work at on the other side, in between our lives. But before we move on from the Hall of Records, what else is at the Hall of Records? The Akashic Records.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain that, like, what that is? It's like a living record. It's like living records of what we've experienced
In all of our lifetimes, in everything that we do.
And it's amazing how people can
Because the one that I go in to see, the Hall of Record, the book, is for your current life. And like the other one I go to for the past lives.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because it's not just reading it. It's like you're in it.
Yeah.
It's like you're there experiencing it. And that's why they call it like living records. So it's interesting that when we're viewing someone's life, let's say, and that's only with permission, right? Or with, it's all kind of set up.
Oh, yeah.
If they're going to need help, then we have their permission to help them.
Well, I wouldn't go if I didn't have an appointment.
But some people,
So
just
it's kind of
explain,
like,
if anybody doesn't know about this information from before, right? This philosophy.
Yeah.
But so it's just very fascinating, and we can help someone in life, and we can also help humanity. Because we can look at what groups of people have been through and what they're going through, and all this type of information that we can garner from the Hall of Records. It's quite vast.
Yes.
It's an amazing place.
Okay, I gotta say this because I'm being asked it 100 million times. So I will tell you, Melissa, Maldives.
Oh, good.
That way she doesn't have to ask anymore. Maldives, yeah. And then I do have somebody asked a question. I don't know if it's Sophia or Melissa, but something about a cousin. And all I got was, your cousin says he's not lost. He was lost in life. So that's all I got.
That's an amazing message.
Yeah, because she wanted to know about a past life for her deceased, lost. Oh, it's Sophia. Deceased, lost, drowned Asian male cousin. So, yeah, that's what I got.
Well, there we go.
Yeah. And that's it there.
See?
Okay.
I think that's a powerful message.
Yeah.
Don't you love it?
It's great for anybody.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we learn from each other.
Yeah.
That's really cool. So so we have the Hall of Records. Do you guys want to hear a little bit more about what's on the other side?
Or you can go to the class or to the event.
Yes, because that's coming up real soon. But maybe I'll just mention one more, or we can leave it for the class. Maybe we should go into, do you have another birthmark you'd like to talk about?
Well, let's see what they want.
Okay, we'll give them a minute. Okay.
Yeah. If somebody doesn't want or accept anybody's energy, you can't penetrate. People sometimes say, oh, I went over the wall or whatever. Okay. But once you get over the wall, there's going to be a roof. So.
Over the wall on what? In case anybody doesn't see the comments.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I apologize.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Now we're getting silly questions. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, so I think Sammy, is she here today?
Yes.
Okay. So she told people if they want to know about a birthmark to put it in the comments. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sammy said birthmark. Okay. So next birthmark, which one should I? Because the next ones are very short. So let's see.
But always fascinating.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's might be a short answer, but it's so profound.
Yeah. This one is.
Oh,
what?
By the way, if you have questions, please leave them in the comments after the video or any of our videos are over. And then that way we'll take the questions and we'll keep them for our upcoming video.
Okay, so either one, they're both very short, the two that I have left. So one of them is Stay Dreaming Wid Gunjan.
Okay, we're ready.
Okay, and this one is very, very short, but you can read it if you like, or I can read it. It's up to you.
All right. Whatever you'd like to do.
Well, if you have it, go ahead.
All right. So Stay Dreaming Wid Gunjan is asking, I have a heart-shaped birthmark on my left side of my chest, just in place of my heart. What does it mean?
Okay.
Please reply.
So in every past life that you've had that heart on your heart birthmark on your heart, where your heart is, not on your heart, but where your heart is on your chest. So you've had that in every lifetime that you've had. And the reason that you want it is so you want to remember the protection of the other side, and most importantly, your connection. I'm getting chills, I don't know why. Your connection to your soulmate. Because your soulmate has the exact heart-shaped birthmark on them. And we've talked about how we have imperfections that we keep from past lives or lives on the other side. Like mine's my gap. Chrissy's the one, she has a little gold speck in her eye. That's her imperfection. Your imperfection is those heart birthmarks.
That's neat.
Yeah. So it's just, you just want to remember that and that you're connected. It's just you're connected. That is why you have that birthmark.
You know what I love about that? It's called an imperfection, but it's like so perfect because it's expressing oneself's soul. I just love it.
And to remind us, we're not perfect in life.
Right.
You know, but we strive for it.
Yeah. And we're perfectly us.
That's it. Yeah. Because there's nothing's perfect.
Yeah.
Nothing, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I could do the other one too because it's very short.
Okay, that sounds great. Let's go find it.
See if I could find it.
And just to answer Nana Rosebud, we do have soul names. So we have a soul name that we were given when we were created, and sometimes we go by a different name from, like, say, a favorite lifetime, or even a nickname on the other side.
My name on the other side, or is it the one I came in with? The one Sylvia told me? You guys want to hear it?
Now we do.
I think I've said it before. It's Nuna. So
I
I got
think you have
everybody
cute
started
names.
teasing me. Oh, you're a nooner.
You have cute names.
Yeah.
Vera, Nuna.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Okay, the next one is Cass K.
Okay, you ready?
I got to circle these. I forgot.
So Cascade's question is, my birthmark is in the shape of a heart with an arrow through it. Everything I've ever loved has been taken from me.
I didn't see that part.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's not what it has to do with it, though. I picked up that it was a Native American life, and you were a warrior, like they have warriors in Native American different tribes and things, but you excelled with the bow and arrow. I mean, I know a lot of Native Americans did, but you were like, if you would be considered a sharpshooter, you know, if you had a gun kind of thing. Yeah, anything you aimed at, you got where you wanted it to go.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and even in battle, riding on the horse, moving.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I know this is going to sound a little interesting, but there is something to it because whenever he did have to kill someone or kill an animal kind of thing, he was a great warrior, but he had great compassion.
Oh, I love
so he
that.
wanted it to be a quick kill so as not to suffer. So, you know, he got this great reputation for being this excellent marksman, but it wasn't because he loved killing or, you know, he enjoyed, well, you know, the sport or whatever. It was actually because they had to eat or he had to defend his tribe.
And he had compassion.
But he wanted them to die immediately so they didn't have to, So that was awesome right there. So you're trying to remember there are things that have to be done in life that are difficult, but do it swiftly and with compassion.
Wow.
That's what you want to remember.
I love that.
Yeah.
That is an awesome message.
Yeah,
That's really good. Because sometimes we have to.
Yeah,
There's certain things that come up
exactly.
in life.
Yeah.
Like that particular situations that he was going through with having to take these people or animals or whatever
Yeah.
it was. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hi, Monica.
So that everything I've ever loved has been taken from me is a different life. I didn't pick that up on this one.
I see.
Yeah.
So isn't that interesting? Like sometimes our interpretation, right? We see this symbol and we think, oh, this is what, but then the deeper meaning is that's amazing. That compassion.
Yeah. Because you're thinking, oh wow, yeah, great. You shot people in the heart, but it's how that person felt and why they did it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's all in the intent.
Exactly. We've said that 500 million times.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool. Well, that was such an awesome episode today. I loved hearing about all these past lives and talking about the other side. A lot of fun, and we hope that you can enjoy.
Bee, I didn't see you there.
Where is Bee?
Right there.
Oh,
finally.
there she is. Hello to you too.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bye.
I don't have any more.
Bye bye.
I don't think. I thought I did 3, right?
I believe you did.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. One day I should just go through all of them and just start.
Yeah.
Oh God.
It would be another birthmark bonanza, huh?
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, I'm excited about our
Yep. I don't think I have any more. That was it.
amazing event coming up.
Yeah. Be there or be square, right? You
Yeah.
say?
Coming up, October 10th actually is the next evening with Angus. So I was
Hi,
wrong about the
Eric.
6th. It's the 10th.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
10/10. All right. Well,
Hi, Twinkle.
we appreciate you so much for joining us. We are with you in spirit. We love having you here to talk about all this amazing information, other side, past lives, your birthmarks.
It's fascinating.
It's really cool. Profound messages to help us gain understanding. Super cool.
But
And
we
healing.
couldn't do it without you.
Exactly.
Right?
So thank you so much for joining us. Vera, is there anything else that you wanted to share today?
Journey with us.